We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gays, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times. I thought that was you counting down. Oh my God.
You got a false start.
Starting off the new year real good.
Premature.
Did he tongue pop? Was it a click clack tongue pop?
I go, oh, this is really good. Start the recording. Because we were talking about the Feast of the Seven Fishes. And then he goes, and I thought he heard me and he was like doing the countdown.
Yeah. He was metronoming. Right? Hey, it's just whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe.
And we're These Unprecedented
And
Gays.
what was it? New Year, same us.
Oh, okay. I was like, you like my video?
Except this time we come with accolades.
Oh, I know.
Okay, tell the listeners.
So we got an email today from feedspot.com, which is a blogger vlog thing, and they do a lot of these kind of things where they do list of top whatever. So
oh my God, we're tops. Oh, look at us.
This bottom's now on top.
Are we in our top era or whatever?
So we are number 6 on a list of 45 best gay podcasts.
Yes.
And I'm like, there's thousands that they can choose.
Correct.
And I guess some of their criteria is like relevance, followers, ratings on the different podcast.
That is so cool.
So yeah, I was like, that's actually really very cool.
I mean, yeah. Relevance, that's all you, girl.
Whatever.
No, because you are our connection. Remember, all of us here, you are the glue to the world of what is going on. You knew about Mudang.
That's another thing I know.
There's an update on Mudang.
Like, all of the things.
He's been having fun putting things on his list of what.
Okay, we'll get into it, but I was having a hard time figuring out like things to remember, and I was like, there's got to be like a BuzzFeed list, and there wasn't. And all of the things of like what the year to date, end of year sort of stuff for 2024, it was all politics or like economics. I was like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, but it's like you know when I was going through this, I was like, oh my God, was that this year or was that last year?
Right, I was thinking about the Oompa Loompa one, the Willy Wonka thing. I was like, was that this year?
It was.
Or was that last year?
This year.
And I'm like, damn, I feel like we've lived many lives because during the election season, I think we aged 400 years. Because we had a dropout, a drop in, and a defeat, and all this clapback, and then the infighting right now with the Republican Party, where they're all like, which president do we trust? Is it Musk or Trump?
Oh, right.
So yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So, I have to comment that Nick is very high tech today. He's got 3 devices and he's running the show today.
I'm doing nothing.
Pretty soon,
because I broke my phone.
He's going to need his own mixing board.
It's an iPhone XR. I just looked it up.
Oh God, number 10, right? You said
10 XR.
Oh, that's what X stands for.
Extra.
Although they told me not to break this one because I have to pay for it.
I know. We walk out of the Apple Store and I was like, you put that in your pocket. He's like, ooh, this is nice. I'm like, put it in your pocket right now. Because you dropped and needed a screen replacement on your other phone within the first month.
Well, it went, how long did they say it was going to take?
5 to 7 days.
Oh my goodness.
Is that
which is a long time.
iPhone?
I think this one is, yeah. It'll work.
They're super tiny.
And that's what he was saying. I miss the not squared off because they're hunky. The new phones are hunky. They're heavier.
The battery life, but the battery life is where you're getting away.
It's worth it. I get it, but I'm just like, God, I miss the times when we had less tech. Life was easier.
You are talking like a Republican person looking back on the 50s right now.
I miss the day when there was the rotary phone.
Do you know how big your phone was 10 years ago?
I mean, I also love my phone, and not if what happened to Nick happened to me, I would be like, okay, like whatever, but also like I'd be like, I need this like instantly.
Joe wants to go back to like a chocolate or you know.
Or the
I
raisin-
fucking love.
or the
I
raisin.
never had the LG chocolate, but oh god, I love that. Do you remember the Christina Aguilera commercial over Christmas time? And it was Candyman, and it was a like manufacturing line of LG chocolates getting color, like different colors, like blooped onto them, and it was sung to Christina Aguilera's Candyman. Or was that just me?
Was it a bunch of like little children making the phones for them?
No, it was like
so
a machine.
it wasn't real.
No. It was
Look cool,
it was a false depiction.
But like the cool thing is, you know, because the chocolate, for those of you who don't know, was a phone, and
Was
it was
that
kind of
20
like
years
a
ago?
blocky kind of phone.
I think that was 20 years ago.
It probably was, and you would slide it up,
For the thing.
and it was like, but it was also very much big on playing music
Yeah.
with the music
Yes.
player. That's
Yeah.
what it was huge.
Everyone
known for.
I remember people in high school had that. I was like, that's so cool.
But like, it's great because if you got mad or something, you just go, you click.
Oh
and
my
you
god,
can
yeah.
slam it shut.
Well, and that was like back in the day when people had like the sidekick, and I wanted that so badly too because they're like, oh, I'm gonna text, and they just like slip the thing, like they do little like, and then the phone comes out, and they the keyboard
like
is
a transformer.
and then I was like, I just have my Sony Ericsson.
What I have a track phone.
Joe had one of those.
No, I was telling Nick. So when I was in my like Los Angeles days in a hot mess, I lost a phone at the club, and I had to get a Go phone as a replacement. And he's like, "What's a Go phone?" I was like, "You have to put the minutes on it. Like,
Yeah.
you basically pay a small amount of like your minutes and like text or whatever." So Nick didn't get a Go phone, but anyway, yeah, we're talking about this because his phone fell on the couch and it got crunched.
Oh god.
And we had to get it replaced.
Isn't Couch Crunch some special
Couch
website?
crunching.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the new trend of 2025 is couch crunching, and it's going to be some sort of sexual something that we are claiming it and making it right now.
Question for you: Did the couch get as damaged as the phone did?
No.
No, so the couch has like buttons, and you can like
Buttons.
put in. You can raise the feet.
hydraulic-
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's a mechanical couch. It's geriatric, which we love because you can put the back seat, like the headrest up, so you have the neck support, or down, so it's streamlined and like modern.
Your couch is very comfortable.
It is, but also it'll kill your phone. So
you have to feed a phone
you
once
could-
every
correct.
You
year.
could hear the crunching.
well, he was like,
You must
I
make
hear
a sacrifice
crunching.
to the,
It's just like
to the
you
couch
hear.
god.
You just hear. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, so I'm showering, and he's like, I think the couch ate my phone. I was like, okay, and he's like, oh my god, I think I tried to like put the feet down, and I heard it crunching, and I was like, oh, okay, and he comes back and he's like, it's dead.
For listeners, maybe we'll try to put a picture of the phone on.
Oh, I have a
Oh
picture.
yeah, and then I was like, did I ever show you the picture of my phone when I dropped a weight on it? Because I also had an issue with my phone where I was like at the gym and I dropped like a weight on it, and it didn't work. It was like bent in half, and yeah, it's very traumatizing having a broken phone. So let's
In this day and age,
be grateful. Yeah,
That's huge.
But-
But like he has his iPad, so
Yes.
it's kind of connected.
I will
so.
say that's one thing about the Apple ecosystem.
Yes.
Not to.
knock on Android.
Yeah, like it was as easy as you go in and they do within 10 minutes you
Yep.
have a new thing, whatever, and you're all set up to ready to go.
So we just found out. Okay, so we have the new 16s, the new iOS system, and
nice.
stuff like that. So we have a couple of text chains with like a ton of people. So like one of them is our friend group, and it's called the Bat Signal, and that's where we send it out to everyone. Hey, we're going to the
that's cute.
to the bar. Meet us
Yeah.
there Friday night. Blah blah blah. So we did not know that on the new iOS system, if you have people in your text thread who are Android users, it will create a secondary thread, and you will get two threads. It just
Oh,
like
no.
it mirrors. It's the same thing, but we're all like, where did this come from? And we're like, oh, it's because of the Android user.
I thought I haven't had to deal with that yet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I was
you have
just
two
like-
identical things.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
It's
Get it
ridiculous.
together, Androids.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And they all are getting the messages, but they're just when they send a response back, it's coming through
In a
way.
different. That's so annoying.
It is.
You think it would be like centralized into one group message?
Well, this was something supposedly that
They're
Apple
supposed
was
to, yeah.
fixing this time.
The rollout of this the new iPhone or whatever has been the worst rollout. Like the whole thing was like, oh, this is the phone with Apple Intelligence,
Yeah,
and most of
right.
the features aren't even there.
Well, I'm not finding that to be anything compelling.
No, and the summarizing thing, I don't like
I
it.
turn it off.
Right.
On everything.
And the stupid Siri, like,
kinda
oh, it's
love it.
highlighted. I'm like,
I kind of like when it's like when it makes like broad assumptions of what it's.
yeah. I'm like,
pretty
no
good.
thanks.
It's like
I'm gonna
like
look that up. Actually, it's a great.
on my
thing.
text messages, it's like summarization. It's like Happy New Year greetings and everything.
Oh yeah, like express disbelief in New Year's, and it's like, what? Like,
we have the Amazon type lockers, and they're called Luxor in our property. So when you get a package, you get an email to your email address saying,
Oh, that's
Luxor
nice.
1, you have a package.
yeah.
I need a summary right on top of that saying priority Luxor 1 package. Like, no, I can read that in the
Right.
preview.
Yeah, and the new mail thing, it has like different mailboxes, like options, and I was like, I don't want that. Like, give me all the messages. Like,
Yeah,
so
don't filter out what you think is a priority.
because you are wrong,
I don't like
Apple.
the priority. Here's the couple that are great. Traveling to, this is summarizations of like texts or emails. Traveling for grandmother's memorial plan to ignore emotional issues, and poo and underwear found, be cautious.
Those were from your damaged phone, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it tries, but no thanks.
Yeah. So, how was your week, Joe?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen you since last year.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's already
Say it every
old.
year.
Yes. I told my coworkers, I'm like, see you next year. Well, I mean, so we had Christmas.
Right.
We were up for Christmas, and it was chaos, as anyone can imagine. My favorite part about that, though, was that my little niece, Cece, got a karaoke machine. And she only knows, like, Feliz Navidad. And so, like, we were on the couch, and it was,
Barbie
like,
Girl.
singing it. Oh, yeah, she's obsessed with Barbie Girl.
Okay.
And Dominic is obsessed with Ice Ice Baby, and I'm like, okay, sure, Ice Ice Baby's fine, but Barbie Girl, like, they're like, we changed the words so that it's not bad. And so she had this little karaoke machine, and she was singing, and they were like, yay, let's sing again. And then she just didn't go to another song. She just kept singing Feliz Navidad. And she's 3, so it doesn't really, like, make
And then
sense.
I mean, like when you say she loves Feliz Navidad and that's her song, what you mean is she probably just sings Feliz Navidad
Yes,
the entire
that's
time.
correct. That's all
She
she
doesn't
sings.
sing any of
Yeah.
the Prosperos
Oh my God, were you
Años.
there?
She just goes Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad,
And
Feliz
imagine
Navidad.
a little speaker.
I wanna wish you Merry
She's carrying
Christmas.
around this little speaker that's about this big.
Oh my God.
And just like, and it's just
Yelling.
it's quite loud.
And I'm like, let's turn down the volume. Yeah.
And she's like, no.
No, she is very receptive. She's not really combative yet. So I was like, Cece, let's just turn down the volume a little bit. Like, we're
Uncle Joe's a
good.
sound engineer. Let me fix that for you.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so
We're gonna make
funny.
you sing like an angel.
Dominic is very like in your face. I was like, Dominic, we're gonna learn personal space. And like he was like pretending to like lock me out. And I was like, Dominic, would you like if I locked you out? And he's like, no. And I was like, we have to treat people how we want to be treated. I was like, this little bitch.
he's like, fuck you, dude.
I was like, don't run, little fucker. I love them, but like it was great to see family, and then also it's been great to be back. And not have to be around screaming children.
I'm just glad your travel was, by car. The airports were crazy this
Well,
time.
yeah, and that's like we were looking at, I don't know what social media account, but like San Diego airport was like you couldn't get out because of the
Christmas
fog.
Eve, it was
Yeah,
awful.
and I was like, ooh, we didn't have problems going, but then on the way back, it took us like 10 and a half hours, I think.
Oh.
Right.
Because you could go through LA. It's
Well,
always just
and it wasn't. It's always the Camp Pendleton area where it's just like, what is this? Why?
Yeah.
Like, for no reason. And I think it's because you get like Oceanside Freeway 76, I think it is.
doesn't matter.
72, whatever. But like once you're past that, it's fine. I'm just like, just like, let me get home. Like I don't want to be here. Like. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. And then over the past week, just kind of been like relaxing. We haven't taken down Christmas stuff yet. I think I'll probably do that this Friday because we'll be busy this weekend. And then that's pretty much it. What have you guys been up to?
Nothing much. Like we had the kids over for Christmas. That was fun. And then then we did New Year's at a friend's house.
Andy had a week of lower intestinal issues. He could not leave home very often.
What happened?
Caught a bug.
Did you have the norovirus?
No. It's a bacteria. They did a test and figured out what it was. But it was one of these things that you normally think, okay, that's going to pass in a couple of days.
And it didn't.
It did not.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
and it was an adventure for sure. So
you're fine. Okay, now
That AI message was actually yours.
A day and a half on this antibiotic, I was perfectly fine.
Poo and underwear
crazy.
found. Be cautious.
that's probably I was like thinking that to myself, like, was that Andy?
How did he know?
Good thing you have a bidet. Jeez. Oh man. So you've been homeward bound.
Yes. So it's been fine
And unpredictable. Like, that was the thing. You'd be fine all day, and then all of a sudden...
Really? Well, and then ironically, antibiotics also give you gastrointestinal distress.
right.
Yeah, this one wasn't bad. This is very targeted. It's a very specific... And it's like 4 doses a day for 14 days.
Oh my god.
Seriously.
And are they the horse pills?
No, they're little tablet capsules.
Oh, okay. But 4 times a day?
Yeah.
That's a lot. For 2 weeks? Jesus Christ.
So we had a good time, but one of the gifts is giving me life, so that means it's time for mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth resuscitation. I did not know I needed this in my life, but I've seen it before. Other people have had it, and so one of the kids, Ron and Sarah, got me a Soda Stream.
They're the best.
Okay.
And I love it because, like,
You like fizzy water.
I only like, I'll drink regular water, like tap water and stuff like that, but I love sparkling water. And so we will buy, like, a 24-pack of Pellegrino from Costco.
Which it adds up.
And then, the Soda Stream is so nice because I can control the fizziness of it. The only thing is I only have one bottle, so it's like I have to keep a jug of water in the refrigerator because the colder the water is, the fizzier it gets when you do the Soda Stream part.
Okay.
So, but I love it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm looking online to get more canisters and maybe some flavoring.
They sell them at Target.
Okay.
But they don't sell, like, if you want to, like, Coke or Diet Coke, they
Pepsi.
don't. It's Pepsi. You
No.
have to get that online.
I not really like the soda part. I just want like like
flavorings.
lemonade or
Yes.
cherry or something,
okay.
flavoring like
Yeah,
that.
the other ones are not good.
Yeah, and then I've seen a lot of the bubbly stuff flavorings,
Yeah.
but I'm also like, I don't think they're very good, so I want something else. So maybe I'll just do like a Crystal Light in there and then hit it with the Soda
Ooh,
Stream.
that's
and then
like a Crystal Light lemonade.
right because like the Soda Stream mixes all that up.
Yeah.
I
So-
love Crystal Light lemonade.
I do too.
Oh my god! Like I will randomly crave it out of nowhere, and I'm like, God, I will, because it's like when it's cold, it's like crisp.
When it's cold and it's fizzy, even better. It's
Well,
like, oh,
I got Nick a Soda Stream for his birthday or Christmas, like how many years ago? Pro tip: you cannot dishwash the canisters
Yeah.
oh, okay.
because I did it accidentally, and it
now
was like,
it gets a little-
oh no, the seal.
Seal's a little bit.
So you
Oh.
have to manually clean them.
Oh, okay.
So just FYI.
That's a good tip. Thank you.
Otherwise, you'll have a broken Soda Stream, because I did that and I was like, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help and like clean it because it hadn't been clean, and I made it worse. So
yeah, so I love that. That's like one of my
great
favorite Christmas gifts I've gotten.
Which setting do you do it?
I
1, 2,
okay.
or 3?
So they got me the Terra, which is like I guess the like the basic.
I don't know
Soda Stream
her.
one. I
Who's
know,
Tara?
right? She's gorgeous. So it's just a basic one. And
Yours is just a button press, right?
yeah.
think he
yeah,
has
put
one
your
where you
button on
press
the
a
top.
button. Yeah.
So I will do. They tell you between 3 and 5
Okay.
Presses.
presses. 3 being sort of
A
fizzy,
little bit- a little
and then
bumps.
5 being super fizzy. So I usually do 4 or 5 pumps.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Oh, so
I like
you
it
push
fizzy.
it, and so the one you got me, you push a button and it does the automatic.
Oh, it does automatic for you. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like to do my own pressing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're like Precicia.
So, and then another thing that's given me life, we just watched it on HBO Max the other day. It is Yacht Rock, the DOCK
Well, I
Mentary.
was giving you live. I saw that. I
It's-
thought of you.
It is so good, and I was like, you don't realize like how many people were on so many albums. Like basically, Toto was a bunch of we're all studio session players.
The Africa people, the one that sings
Yeah.
Africa. Okay.
Yeah, they all started as studio session players on like Steely Dan albums, Christopher Cross, all this stuff, and then Doobie Brothers,
Really?
and then they decided, hey, let's make our own album.
Okay.
And then I didn't know Steely Dan was so prolific in starting yacht rock.
Is this like a musical documentary, basically, like of music?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
So-
about yachts, the boat.
No, but it's like I didn't know that yacht rock was coined through a web series,
Oh.
and
As a joke.
yeah, as a joke.
Well, because you made it a thing by a playlist back in the day.
Because I already knew like what yacht rock was.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then knowing that, and then it's like one of the only subgenres of music that was named way after the music came to be.
Yeah,
Interesting.
None of the people in it ever identified as being part of that genre, and now they're like, wait, where's our yacht? We didn't get a yacht.
Yeah. But it's really, it is so good. And like so many people have played on like thousands of albums because they were so good at just like knowing what that song needed.
Yeah.
It's like soft rock, right? More
Yeah.
like soft rock, oceany
Always
breeze.
soft.
And the documentary gets into like what makes something a yacht rock song versus not.
Right.
Oh.
And I didn't know that Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald
Yeah.
wrote so many songs together.
Huh.
They wrote a ton of
remember
songs. Did you? How did
Because
you
my
know?
brother John is a Michael McDonald.
I love Michael McDonald.
Is he the guy with the beard?
Yeah, he does have a beard, yes.
And Kenny Loggins, they both are,
Well, Kenny Loggins looks like he has a lot of work done.
are Stone family names, so.
Okay.
Is it Michael McDonald the one that goes, oh, no, no,
Yes,
That's Michael McDonald.
Okay, yeah, I know him. And Kenny Loggins is a saxophone
You
player,
see
right?
like the chef in Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
No, Kenny Loggins is the guy who did Footloose.
Oh,
But
The only thing comforting there is we will not get a copyright violation because no one can recognize it.
I recognize it.
That's kind of
but like that was
Wow,
a thing.
he has been touched by an angel.
But the thing is like he was started off as like kind of rock, and then like he moved into this yacht rock
Like
kind of
country
sound. Yeah, and then once that was over, he found another career doing movie soundtracks.
Yeah.
Was he part of Loggins and Medina?
Yeah.
Loggins and Messina.
Messina.
Yes, he was the Loggins
That
and
was
Loggins
his
and Messina.
folk rock period.
What
Yes.
song did they sing?
They had quite a few songs actually.
Because I know that one, yeah, Loggins
Did
and
they do
Messina.
Christopher Robin? Was that
Like, what's
Loggins
their-
and Messina?
Mama Don't Dance.
Oh, your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. There we go.
House at Poo Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our apartment last week.
It happens. Oh my god.
What's giving you life, Joe?
So two things, both Christmas gifts. First was Cheryl's cookies. My nephews and niece, I guess, gave them to me. And it's a box of Cheryl's cookies. And it's the sugar cookies with the frosting. I love them because they're just like, there's something about like it's just a sugar cookie with a good frosting. And then the other ones is we got new like plate silverware, or not plate silverware, like plateware, dinnerware.
Yeah.
From Costco, Mikasa. Like bone china, like sturdy, like nice plates. And I was like, these are nice. Because it's not the stoneware where it's like really hefty.
Yeah.
And it's like a lighter like plate. So I'm living for those. Oh, and then also the Costco's really good cinnamon rolls. Like what I don't know what they were, but it was like the circle pan.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, these are really good. And like, you know,
He ate the whole can.
How many times have you been back?
only one.
Oh,
I wouldn't have gotten them. Nick was like, oh, these look good. And I was like, okay.
Let's get him.
I was like,
For
I guess-
you.
I'm like, well, he had one, and I was like, I'll have some, and then I'm like, oh,
I hate the whole pan.
it took over 2.5 days, so
and you didn't gain a pound.
That's the thing that drives me crazy.
I know, right?
I gained pound of wisdom.
I tell them that I look at food wrong and I gain weight.
That's fine.
It's true.
And then the capybara light's the best. Say that too.
That's your giving you life, not me.
Yeah, what's giving you life?
Oh, just the one gift I got is a capybara nightlight.
A capybara.
It was an internet thing that I saw on Instagram, and I screenshot it and I sent it to Joe, and his mom got it for me. And she's like, it came from China. I didn't know it was going to get here in time.
Well, yeah, and that's the funny thing is there were a lot of gifts where it was like quote unquote Christmas miracles because it's like I don't know when it's going to come. But then the picture I sent you guys, I think,
this thing right there
was.
Oh my
God, I love it.
and you tap it. It's like a little
It's
rubber.
cute. I think you should get the one that has the little turtle on the head because that's cute.
All right. Anyway,
So the I think the funniest thing is that my mom texted me and my brother and was like, "What do you guys want for Christmas?" And I basically was like, "I don't want anything. I just want to enjoy family, right? Family time." And I was like, "Put that in a box." And my mom goes, "Whatever." And then my brother goes, "I want that, but in a bigger box." And so after dinner on Christmas, my mom goes, "Oh, we have another thing for you." And it's a box, and it's printed on it says, "Enjoy your gift of family time placed with love in a big box, mom and dad." And it's in a box. And then my brother's was, "Enjoy your gift of family time placed with love in a bigger box."
it was a really cute gift.
And there was like some cash, which was like whatever, but it was like, oh, I was like, this has to happen every year now.
Oh, that's cute.
So it was cute. But yeah, those are my life givings.
We did have one moment, I wasn't sure if they were going to get here, but they got here the day before. And so they were stocking stuffers for the kids. And we got one for all four of the kids. And I was like, Katie and Aiden and Ron and Sarah. And then, so I made them open it all at the same time because there were these little boxes. And when you open it, a middle finger springs up at them. So I was
That
like,
is the best gift ever.
Is it like a Jack in the Box?
No, it's just like you open it up. It's like a ring box
Like a
almost.
ring box.
And then it pops open and you
it's
a
the middle finger.
like
That's
the
bouncing
best.
at you.
And then can you close it?
Yeah, then
And you open it back up and it's, oh, that's fine.
They loved it, and I was like, I knew it when I bought it. I was like, it was one of those Instagram, it was one of those Instagram ads, and I was like,
I need
okay,
to find. That's what I want to invest in. Is like those little weird things that are like Instagram ads that we all end up buying.
I know
People are making a lot of money selling this.
You drop shit from Alibaba.
I have an idea for one.
All right.
So we will try. This will be our 2025 Defeat the Republicans project.
Just make it an MLM and you'll be fine.
This kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome! What a fun gift.
I want one.
Yeah,
that's fun.
they were all like, "Oh, I can use this at work and stuff." I was like, "That's the whole point." A lot of it was like a lot of our gifts had to do around fuck. So like we had those, and then we got a fuck off coloring book. For Katie,
An adult coloring book.
yeah,
Those are hard.
yeah, they are.
Like, because the whole point is to like get you to like focus, and like they're very small, like color in the spots.
And then for Sarah, we got her a mug that says something of a fuck,
Not giving any fucks.
yeah, or something like that.
Oh,
So
I love that.
Yeah,
I have actually one more that I would tell you guys to watch. Is I watched a show called Deadlock on Amazon Prime.
okay.
It's Tanzanian.
Oh,
It's a murder mystery with Tanzanian, and it has a bunch of F words and a bunch of C words and a bunch of words that you don't understand because they're Tanzanian. But if you're looking for a good murder mystery, 8 episodes on.
well, because
Amazon
if there's
Prime.
from Tanzania, I think that's close to Australia.
It is, yeah.
So they use they say see you next Tuesday
Yes,
a lot.
The whole show is full of the C word. And I also love
Capybara.
that they say, instead of saying fuck, they say bum. So I'm going to start saying that. It's my 2025, I'm going to say, bum.
So I just figured out what See You Next Tuesday meant. So thank you.
It's charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Right.
Somebody's been telling me to see you next Tuesday all the time.
Oh no!
That's like Joe just figured out what worth its weight in gold is. He thought it was WAIT, like you're waiting because gold will get
Appreciated
in
value.
value. He didn't see that it's
Because he was,
WEIG.
he's like, oh, the Apple Care is worth its weight in gold. I was like, that makes no sense. I'm like, you're not waiting for anything. You got the Apple Care, and he's like, wait, WEIGHT, and I was like, oh, that was 2 hours ago.
I was 0 years old when I was now.
Yep. I'm like,
today years old.
and I was like, I guess that makes more sense. But also, like, worth the wait, WAIT could work because, like, you're waiting for the goal to be more money.
Oh, this would be like a great episode thing where it's like misheard or misunderstood.
Oh, the euphemisms
sayings.
or like
Yeah,
half.
because like some people are like, what? Now I can't even think of one, but it's like it was just there on the tip of my tongue, but it was like
nip it in the butt.
Right,
versus
like people
bud.
say nip it in the butt, but it's supposed to be nip it in the bud.
Or like
yourself.
like it's something like raining like something hail or like hell.
Or it's raining cats and dogs, but they like I don't know why that makes.
No, there was something. It's like something as hell. Like we always say, like close as hell or something as hell, but it's actually as hail. HAIL, like within the rain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea because I'm really bad at those.
So, all right, it is now the first day of 2025.
I know.
So that means
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Well, fingers crossed.
Right? Yeah. Let's not jinx us.
Yeah.
We haven't. Trump hasn't been sworn in yet. Project 2025 hasn't been sworn in yet.
But 2024 was a year.
It was.
It was a year. It was 365 days.
What's it? Did we have a leap year? No. I don't think so.
So, but like, there was a lot that happened. We're going to go through it all, or as much as we can.
Oh, it was a leap
And then,
year.
So 366 days.
366 days.
Was it really?
Yeah. It was. There you go.
Oh.
But that's why it felt so much longer because there was that extra day.
I really felt that, and also the presidential election.
But we're going to go through a lot of the stuff that happened this past year. And then also, this isn't in any chronological order because, like, I couldn't figure out stuff, but then I'd remember things that happened and go, did that happen in 2024 or 2023? And it was like, oh, that did happen this year, huh? But the biggest thing is the Olympics.
Yes.
Happened this year.
Yes.
The Summer Olympics.
I was here for that.
Yeah, so it was like there's a lot that happened there. I mean, a lot
Paris,
of thirst,
yeah. Girl,
because you had pommel horse guy.
We have more people watching the pole vault than ever in history.
Right?
I'm telling you, give me anyone in gymnastics, give me anyone in swimming, in diving, and synchronized swimming because men can do that now. Give me anyone in track running in your spandex suits. Give me any wrestlers. Give me anybody.
I will
take give me the jousters.
I was very into the shot putters.
Yeah. Well, again, get your tight ass spandex, girl, and you a nice little bear. Woo!
Speaking
He
of
was handsome though.
Speaking of bears, going from the Olympics to something else, bears. Remember, this happened this past year in February at Beef Dip in Puerto Vallarta. They had to clear out one of the pools at one of the day clubs because somebody shit in it.
Oh, that was this year?
Yes.
Was this also the year where it was like women are like, I'd rather go into the forest with a bear than be
Yes.
with a man?
That was just that whole trend of like, would you rather meet a man
bear
or a bear in the woods alone?
So the beef dip one was one Paul wanted me to verify happened. And as we were driving home last night from the party that we were at, and my search is all fucked up now.
Oh no. Did it have pictures?
No.
Okay.
My search has been fucked up since this podcast started.
Because you don't do incognito. That's Google search 101. Although they did recently say that like your incognito is actually not incognito.
Oh.
Elon Musk's office is going to be calling Nick soon.
I know.
We've been looking at your searches.
President Musk.
But yes,
Co-President Musk.
the bear in the woods thing did happen this year. That was a trend. As well as the demure.
That
was
seemed
here.
so. Here's the thing. Like, I feel like personally, like there's this past 2024 there was a lot that I like did, like we did in our personal lives. Like, so I think that's why I'm like, oh my God, all that happened because it was just like every month there was almost like something, right? And then it was like another month. like we did a lot of cool stuff together with this group and like me and Nick and then me, like I was traveling out for work and I'm just kind of like,
You guys
damn,
traveled a lot.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because all of us traveled a lot this past year.
Did you guys go to Australia this year?
We went to Australia and New Zealand this year. That was a thing. You guys went to London.
Yeah.
So
That was March, right? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, London was later, wasn't it?
No, we were in London in October. You guys were in Australia in
Yeah,
March.
in March.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of travel this year. Because we
You
did.
a lot of Ohio.
We don't talk about it.
I did Ohio too.
Yeah. The work travel doesn't count, but like we were in New York, we did Vegas, we did London. I think that's it. But that was a lot.
Utah,
Oh yeah, Utah.
New York, DC.
No, we
No,
didn't.
DC.
No, that was no.
No,
But
I did
lots of
DC.
stuff.
You did DC.
I was in DC for like
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
That was this year?
That was this past year. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it will be this year again.
It will be this year again as well.
When?
I go at the end of January, beginning of February. I go to DC for a week, and then I fly back. And at the end of February, I go back to DC for a couple days, and then I fly to Atlanta.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lot.
DC in March as well, but I won't see you there.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't have any. I'm just glad that I don't have any air flight travel until April.
Yeah, I have like Andy's going to Baltimore, and then he comes back, and then we go to Palm Springs for a week for a convention, and then
Oh, okay.
he drives back, and then I fly to DC from there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all busy.
Yes.
Busy lady.
So back to the
So
year. in
so lots
20
of stuff, right?
Yes, lots of stuff. So, like I said, the demure. If anybody doesn't remember, it's
Jules?
Like, this is very
Was it Jules?
Jules, who
Jules,
was a trans influencer.
Yeah.
Started the trend of like, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm very demure when I go to work.
I'm
very
very
mindful.
And then the whole fact that she like couldn't copyright it because someone else did.
Right. And the other thing was the boomers doing marketing for different places using
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Oh my God, yeah. Hey,
Those are like you'd get somebody from like a zoo, and you get like a boomer to do it, like
or like
love
or like a real
those.
estate person where it's like,
Yeah.
hey fam, are you cap on your real estate goals? Or like,
look at this tile in the kitchen, slay.
yeah. It's like if Nick were to speak
Oh,
Gen
those
Z.
were so great.
They were hilarious.
They were
I
good.
love them.
They were good.
And then you also had Taylor Swift's Eras tour ended finally.
Finally.
That was like
Been going for
a year
years.
and a half, right?
Like, yeah, almost 2 years.
Because did you go to that this year or
No, it went in
last year?
2023.
See, and that's something Trump hasn't planned on. The gross domestic product's going to go down now because
Taylor Swift isn't touring.
Well, and he also said in an interview that he doesn't know if he can make prices of eggs lower. So, I mean, get a girl.
we all knew that.
Fuck around and find out.
Those
Fafo.
of us who know how capitalism works
Seriously.
knew that he wasn't going to be able to do that.
I mean, that's fine.
But her tour ended after making over $2 billion.
This was the second. So the first leg was the U.S. and then it was other countries, right? Outside
correct.
of the
She
US.
went back through and did some other countries. This is this year is when she did like more of like the eastern side of the world. So
Yeah.
she did a lot of Asian, Australia,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Because we
did Western Canada.
Yeah, she ended her show in Vancouver,
Ooh.
I think it was. But yeah, so I mean, and she changed economics in countries
Yeah.
when she visited.
They wanted her to come.
Yeah.
Right. Like there was that whole thing with I think it was like Singapore or something where they
Oh,
wanted
yeah. They wanted him.
her to come
Or
there.
Laos.
Or yeah, somewhere.
It was
a small
Jujubee.
island, and then other Asian countries got mad because they
They
go
couldn't,
there.
yeah.
And then this was the year of Brat Summer.
I still don't understand it, but I support it.
You don't understand Brat Summer?
It was a Charlie XCX thing, and
Yeah.
that's it. I didn't have a brat summer. I was not bratting. I was stressing about the election.
Well, like okay, so everybody knows, Brat Summer was based on Charlie XCX releasing her album Brat,
Yeah.
which was like that bright chartreuse
Green.
neon green
Yeah.
with the very specific font that just said Brat, and it was like the kind of house dance album that the gays were all over, but more people fell in love with her too as well.
Yeah.
And that was great. Also, this was the year of espresso.
Girl.
by Sabrina Carpenter. And we love Espresso.
And I read something recently that she had no idea that it was going to be as popular. She's like, it was just another fucking song.
And to speak on Sabrina as well, like this also happened to be like a year of like horny women / lesbian pop.
Good for them.
Because like you had Sabrina Carpenter with like basically everything she put out was like kind of horny. And you must, and like Taste is basically a lesbian song because like every time you kiss them you're gonna taste me.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay, girl.
Chaperone.
I like you had Chaperone,
yeah.
you had Lunch by Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
You had Guess by Charlie XCX with Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
So like all these songs that kind of tie into lesbianism.
Good for them.
Deadlock, the show I just watched, very lesbian.
Well, and then this was also like we just said, Chaperone. She was huge this year. Like,
Yep.
really blew up. She was like she made history in numerous ways. Like, she had the largest ever day concert at Lollapalooza. Like, if not the largest attendance in a Lollapalooza act ever, because like she had I forget what it is, but like hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, well, and she blew
singing,
up.
yeah.
She blew up very quickly.
She also, when she did SNL recently, she did something that nobody else has ever done, and that's to get the audience at SNL to sing along with you during your performance.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That has never been done before.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was like, okay, girl.
I didn't know that.
And she set boundaries.
She did.
I love that for her.
Which people like criticized her for too, but I'm
And
glad
people
she
criticize
did. I'm glad she
her
did it.
for it, but like, you know, hey, do you, girl, set your boundaries.
For real, yeah.
Trump was shot at this year twice. You know, and one time his ear got grazed.
Allegedly.
I am still a conspiracy theory.
Conspiratorial.
Yeah, it was all from the inside. The bullet is coming from the inside of the room.
You know, it's hard to say.
Well, let's have the FBI investigate.
But then everybody at his rallies, no matter how small they were, everybody was wearing tampons on their ears or something.
Oh my god.
Our proudest moment.
I know, right?
The next president of the United States.
We also had Radar from the Olympics, the Australian breakdancer.
Yes. I just put her, she was great.
Somebody wrote a musical in Australia about Radar and the Olympics, and I guess Radar's like PR team had it cease and desist set, so they couldn't put it on.
So what makes that even funnier is, remember we watched the TV series Fisk?
Yeah.
And she had, one of her jobs was to go shut down a local theater performance, but it was like they were doing a lesbian spin on a man's macho man kind of story, and the author didn't want women to do it. But it just reminded me of that perfectly. You know?
This was something that you really wanted to do last year, was the total solar eclipse.
I forgot about that.
That was this past
my
year.
god.
We do that up in Big Bear.
What?
We did that in Big Bear.
No, you were going to go to
No, that was a
Texas.
partial. I was going to like randomly fly. And the one in 2028 or whatever already sold out in Iceland. So we can't do that one.
No.
But can you believe that? That was just like, you totally forgot about
That was
that.
April.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's right. Yeah. Total eclipse of the heart.
Madonna had a free concert on the beach in Brazil that was attended by 1.6 billion people, which is the largest standalone concert event
Wait, did
in
you say
history.
billion?
No,
I'm sorry, million.
Million.
I'm sorry, yeah, million. Which is the largest standalone concert event in history by a recording artist.
I don't know about that. When was that?
And they still had an easier time getting in and out of it than Trump's rally in Palm Springs.
God, remember that?
I remember about that. Yeah.
He had a rally in Palm Springs, and they had shuttles taking people to the site from the parking area, but didn't pay to have.
I think it was like Coachella, right?
Yeah.
Coachella.
It was like out in Indio.
And after a certain hour, all the buses
Didn't come back.
That happened to
Oh,
us.
that was like when we went to Mount Helix.
Yes.
Oh my god.
They didn't pay to have them, but everybody was like,
Conservative trend.
It's a conspiracy. They're trying to, the local government hates Trump, so they're keeping the people from being able to. It's like, no, you guys just didn't pay for it.
Yeah. Also, why would it's not the government's job? It's the rally's
to
job
get you to and from the rally. Also, the first female and first Jewish person was voted president of Mexico. Her name is Claudia Sheinbaum.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
See, making history over here, Mexico.
See?
Why couldn't U.S. do that? I don't know.
Because we just, don't.
And Andy didn't remember this, but this was the year of the Stanley craziness.
Oh my fucking God. I blocked that out of my memory.
I bought a Stanley.
Did you?
Yeah, it's at work now. It's lovely.
Do you like it? Is it one of the huge ones with the handle on it?
It's a huge one. It has a handle. I put water in it for the day, and I make sure that before I leave, I have all the water.
I am still anti-Stanley. Because it was like, you had people that were going to Target and buying up the limited edition, like pink and red Valentine's Day Stanleys, and I'm like,
no, it's hot pink and green for Wicked.
No. This was back when the Stanleys were
This was back
thing.
in February when it started, when people were fighting each other. For
and then
Stanleys.
there was a woman that was arrested because she had too many in her car, and it's like, girl.
I just love it from SNL did the skit on the.
I hate it.
Stanley. Well, we got one for a Christmas gift from one of Andy's siblings, but we got a Stanley.
You're gonna love it.
Wine jug.
Oh,
I love that.
See, now but that makes sense.
Yeah, and
You don't need people have Stanley Cup accessories, like a purse on their, and I'm like, I cannot.
And then it comes with little wine cups.
Oh, those are cute, and that's a cute color.
This is Paul doesn't drink wine and you don't. Nick and I, we just got.
We just got a
There we
great.
go. Oh my God!
I was about to say that. Hey, what do we
that.
want
I love that for you guys, and it's matching his shirt color. I forgot about that.
This was also the year when there was an earthquake in New Jersey / New York that threw people for a loop.
Oh, and this was the year of the torrential flooding in San Diego. Do you remember that?
Wasn't that 2023?
No, because I was away onboarding at my job, and that was when cars were being flooded down like Little Italy.
Pacific Beach. And,
yeah, that was this February.
See? This was also the year of Trump and his God Bless America Bibles.
Made in China.
First $60 made in China.
I know, yeah.
You're not supposed to sell Bibles to make money off of them.
He's not supposed to do a lot of things, like, overthrow the government or lead an insurrection, but whatevs.
This was also the year that JoJo Siwa had controversy because she said that she invented a whole
Gay pop?
new genre called gay pop.
I forgot about her. My favorite is seeing the clips where she's like doing podcast interviews and she's like, you're the age of people that like don't like me. And then there was like an 18-year-old, like cuts to an 18-year-old. She's like, I'm not that age and I don't like you. We just don't like you. I was like, same.
This was also when the protests in Barcelona over tourism happened. So there were numerous people just walking down the main strip, which is what is that called again, Andy? The main strip.
La Rambla.
La Ramblas.
Las Ramblas.
And they were shooting people with water guns.
Oh, I'm like, they don't have guns in Europe.
No, but they were using water guns and shooting people.
Like a super soaker?
Yeah.
Like a powerful super soaker? Or when it was like a little...
I think it was just like a...
No, listen, if they were super soaking it, I'm all for it. Get it, España.
But like they were shooting water at tourists.
I remember
lunch.
that, yeah.
So, that
my
was...
God.
I'm like, get that shit under control by the time I get there.
For real. Oh, also the Notre Dame reopened at the end of this past year.
That's right.
Barely.
But did you read the cool stuff that happened because of that they had to do the restoration, that they were able to dig down deeper and they found like art that's been missing for a really long time.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, because of the restoration, they actually got permission to do some other restorative
Like
stuff.
excavation?
So they dug down and they found a lot of other like art that's been.
That's awesome.
Was it in the catacombs?
It was.
I wanted to do that so badly.
This is also the year that Boeing had a lot of issues with their planes.
Yeah, it's just getting progressively worse. Oh, and it was the year that the two whistleblowers both mysteriously died.
The who?
The whistleblowers.
Oh, yes.
I think. Don't quote me on that. But like one of them quote unquote committed suicide, and the other one like died of natural causes. But it's like interesting.
Mm-hmm. This is also the year Hurricane Helene hit Florida and killed over 200 people.
Yeah, and they wanted disaster relief, right?
Yeah,
but they're like, we can't do it because of government.
Right.
We don't want government subsidies because, Republicans.
There's also the year there was flooding in Spain, just outside of Valencia.
That's right.
I think so, yeah.
And that was pretty recent.
And that was like, the pictures from there were just horrible.
Your friend, right?
Yeah, my friend Christian lives just outside there, and he was okay, but it was like more the city center. This is also the year, because it just happened recently, Luigi Mangione, who wasn't even a United Healthcare policyholder.
He was a superstar. And then also Sean P. Diddy got arrested for whatever things, which I'm still kind of like, I don't really know a lot about that story, but I know he's still in jail. Like, they won't let him
He's in
go.
jail because there was a lot of rape allegations. There's a lot of underage sex allegations, drugging, things like that.
The ethics report for Matt Gaetz got released.
Yep.
And it was damning.
Did you read it?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering.
But I know it was damning.
This is also the year that Trump talked about Hannibal Lecter as a real person.
Oh my God.
And was saying that they're eating the dogs and the cats.
Okay, but that remix... Eat the dog. Eat the dog.
That is now a moment in history.
It is really.
But that's the thing. Like, I think also it was the year of like internet memes.
They're
like,
eating the pets of the people.
I'm wondering if he met Kristi Noem because she killed her dog,
right?
And then maybe she ate it. I don't know.
And she's on the cabinet now, I think, right?
She's an ambassador or something. I don't know.
Girl, I don't even know.
This was also the summer of the cicadas, because this was a historic summer because two different types of cicadas came out.
Oh.
And they're both gay.
Isn't that the... But that's all like Midwest. Like, we never have that stuff here.
No, but it's still a huge thing because it was history making. So.
It was big in Maryland when
I would love to see that.
No, you don't want to see it.
No.
I lived through the one.
And that was enough.
It was like locusts. It's a horde of locusts. For about 12 days, you can't walk outside without bugs flying into your face.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't want that.
Your car, the roads are crunchy because, it is gross.
What happens? Do they just die?
They come out, they fornicate, they lay eggs in the soil and die.
So they have one
That's
job
the life. I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
They're just living their best life.
It is like a 2-week party.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Like, it's a P. Diddy party. A lot of baby oil. Also, this is the year of Pesto, the giant baby penguin, who was born at the Melbourne Zoo.
I don't know about that one.
Oh my God!
When did that happen?
Pesto was an emperor penguin who was born in the Melbourne Zoo. And
were you guys there when that happened?
No.
Oh,
I wish.
Was it after you guys were there?
Yes.
Okay.
But he's like bigger than his parents. Every other penguin there, he's just giant.
He's a big boy. Look at him.
Chunky. Oh, wow. He is puff.
Yeah.
He is puff.
So
Massive
gorgeous,
50-pound king penguin.
But this was also the year that
cute.
Mudang took over the world.
And it's the year that Mudang came into our hearts.
I know. And she's an icon, really.
She is.
And because of that, Bowen Yang has a career.
I would argue he's had a really great year himself, too.
He
Mr.
had a
Bowen
great
Yang.
year.
Did you see a thing with the drones when they were finding drones over like where was it? It was like they were
New Jersey,
yeah. And like he did it. He came on as a drone. And
Oh my God.
It was hilarious.
That was also a thing that happened.
Yes.
Especially when his arm propeller stopped working.
Yeah, I think he is like his career is going to just be like the thing in the news at the moment.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
Weekend Update.
speaking of flights, remember this past year was a whole cybersecurity issue, and Nick was stuck in Atlanta for like 17 days.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where the like Delta and all the big companies couldn't use it, and Southwest was like, haha, we're on Windows 97.
We use Windows XP.
Not even. They're on Netscape. They had to go on Encarta.
True.
We don't have Teams. We have AOL Messenger.
I loved Encarta 95.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
so great.
Those were the days. Yeah, but that was a huge thing because Nick was stuck, like,
Took me
trying
a
to get back. And that's when you were in Detroit?
Yeah, I got stuck in Detroit. I got stuck in Atlanta. I got
No, where was
stuck
it?
in
You went to
Florida.
the best, not the Best Western, the
oh shoot, what's the name of the old Howard Johnson?
Howard Johnson.
Hojo.
Oh my God, Hojo.
Where I almost died. And
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't almost die, but it felt
it felt like you
if
did.
it was going to happen, it was going to be there.
This is also the year that Baltimore Bridge had a collapse after a container.
Oh my
hit it.
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is huge because Baltimore is a port city. So,
Oh, really?
They have a lot of ports there. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, they also have Miss Baltimore crabs.
I'm going to eat some Baltimore crabs next week.
Yeah. and
Can
they're
you
good.
please do front step, cha-cha-cha, front step, cha-cha-cha. Oh, Amber, what a motley crew.
Well, my favorite was when I went there years ago after we first started dating. I went there for a Amerigas convention, and every morning I wake up and go, "Good morning, Baltimore."
Did you do that at Starbucks or like just to yourself?
Just to myself.
What's he like on day 2? Like, okay, that's enough.
Because I would that like I don't know if I'll ever visit Baltimore, but I would do the same thing. Like if I were to get coffee, I'd be like, "Good morning, Starbucks."
So I get to go next week for my annual conference there, or trade show there, and Katie's coming with me.
Oh.
It'll be fun.
Is she
Yeah.
gonna sing Good Morning Baltimore?
She might.
I miss her. I miss her so much.
They were fun to come over.
She's a good one.
Yeah.
The
We like her.
idea of like cracking the crabs and only getting this much meat. I mean, it's an adventure.
Look.
You don't do that. Like
That's a lot.
You do that in someone's backyard.
You don't do that at a
You
restaurant.
don't do that at a restaurant.
We've done it at a
You get
restaurant.
crab cakes.
Well, because they would like.
Yeah,
pour
I'm not
out-
gonna. No, I'm not playing no crab crack here.
There's places in Maryland that they go and they just dump out the crabs.
Yeah, crab
a
oil.
place here in
Yeah.
Escondido that does.
Yeah,
I just- it's a lot of work.
When I met Nick in New York, because I was at work in New Jersey, and I had like my like daily food stipend or whatever, and dinner was $100. I was like, I'm ordering lobster, and like it came with the crack, like the nunchuck thing, like,
Yeah.
and I was like,
the bib, the really cheap.
Yeah, and I was like-
ask them to do that for you.
I was like, I don't know how to do this.
They will do it. A lot of places will do it for you if you ask them to.
Well, I didn't know that.
We'd go as colleagues, like coworkers after work, be a party.
I
had never done it before.
I am not about to do that much work for such little.
That's how I
It's
feel.
like you get like a
disagree.
little
Okay,
meat.
So my first year of law school, I clerked in a firm in Baltimore, a big firm, and they do a big crab feast, and so you get indoctrinated. They teach you how to do it,
and that's how yes.
It's actually delicious, and they always serve other things too.
It's not about actually eating the crab meat. It's about hanging out with all those people.
I don't give a fuck.
and having fun.
And the crabs are good, and you do get a lot of meat once you learn.
Once you learn how to do it, yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen. I want to work for my food. If I'm going somewhere, I'm not gonna have to. I don't want to have to do extra work.
That's like-
I
You
want
want me
the
to go
meal
back to the
be
kitchen and cook my own
prepared.
burger
That's
too?
like-
Exactly.
It's like the pizza, the Australian steak. You can do it inside out.
Oh yeah, when
They
you
bring
put it
out
on
the
the little
hot
stone.
stone.
Yeah.
No, I'm paying you for a service. Hi. This tip is for me because I did a great job making.
You've never done like hot pot or shabu shabu?
Those are fine, but like, because all you do is you just dip it in.
I've
You ever
done
gone to
that before.
fondue like at?
I've never been to a melting pot or a fondue.
We should do that actually.
Oh my god, I would love to
I
do
would
that.
too. They had it in Utah. And I never went.
I've never gone because usually it was outside of my budget when I was in college, and it was like $50 for dinner. No,
Now that we're all adults, we could go.
now my budget is $60.
It is outside my cholesterol budget.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll go
you
look
can have
at it,
some
maybe.
bread. You can have the bread.
Man.
Because you get to pick, like, do you want either oil for like meats and stuff like that, or do you want cheese. for like bread,
And then a chocolate
fruit
fountain at the end.
and then chocolate.
There's
for,
one in the gas.
They have that?
yeah,
There's one in Gaslamp and one in La Jolla.
yeah. We'll go to the melting pot.
I'm down for a melting pot.
That's, we're gonna put that on
Okay,
this.
okay, that's a 2025 endeavor.
Yes. This was also the year that Gypsy Rose was released from prison.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That was like at the beginning of the year.
And then she got remarried?
Well, she was married and she was telling everybody that dick was fire.
Correct. That's what it was. But then she got divorced?
And then they got divorced after she had her glow up and realized, oh, I can have anybody I want.
Correct.
And the last thing, for me anyway, was Beyonce released Cowboy Carter.
Yeah, you got a lot of the stuff that I didn't, because I got like the main things that you already talked about. Like you hit everything. I think the only thing was Mudang that I forgot about.
I was gonna say the quick list. Baby Reindeer.
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch that.
Kamala saying Coconut Tree.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Did you just fall out of a coconut tree? Oh yeah, and then that was memed.
I think Barbie Oppenheimer thing, wasn't that earlier this year? Wasn't that
Was that this year or was that last year?
I think it was
because Oppenheimer
won this year.
Won all the Oscars.
Yeah, for this year.
So it was that year
It
though.
would have come out before.
It would have come out in 2023. Yeah.
And then Travis and Taylor.
What did they do?
Travis
Super Bowl.
Kelce and Taylor.
They didn't get
Super Bowl.
Was that this year?
Yeah. And then Jimmy Carter passed away.
Oh
Jimmy
yeah.
Carter passed away, and the flags will be flown at half-mast during the inauguration because
Did he pass away? Oh yeah, like at the
just
end
recently, yeah,
of 2025.
just like the last couple days, yeah. But the flags have to be flown at half-mast for 30 days after the passing of a U.S. president.
Really?
So at Trump's inauguration,
All the flags we have.
all the flags will be at half-mast.
I mean, that's fitting because we're in mourning.
And the last time
We're in mourning.
Yeah, the last time that happened was when Richard Nixon was in office.
Interesting.
At his inauguration.
And we can all hope it comes to a similar demise.
So I have
not
one
a
last
crook.
thing because I have a top 10, my top 10 songs of this.
I was going to ask you to talk about songs. So what are the top 10 for you?
Well, my Spotify Wrapped is the same top 10 that I've had.
You didn't listen to any new music this year?
You know what? Tell me yours and then I'll tell you my Spotify top 10.
Okay, so my top 10 songs of this year was Nasty by Tinashe.
Okay, I do like that one.
And that one was a huge thing on TikTok because people were like,
You are a nasty girl, nasty, 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 nasty.
Who gonna match my freak? Girl So Confusing remix by Charlie XCX with Lord, because that was huge and nobody was expecting Lord to do that
It's a
song.
good
She hasn't
song.
done anything.
Yeah.
Lunch by Billie Eilish, because come on. A song about eating a girl out.
I didn't hear that one.
Good song.
It's a good song.
It's not about like a lunch menu?
No, it's not about going out and getting a sandwich and some fries.
It's just the lunch munch.
Exactly. Toro by Remy Wolf was one of mine. Taste by Sabrina Carpenter. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Because that was a huge thing. Kendrick Lamar and Drake had their beef.
Okay, yeah, I saw that and I don't know what that was about. What were they beefing about?
They're just beefing.
Okay.
Because they always do.
Okay, they're like, oh man, what?
Yeah. This is a new entry for me because I just fell in love with the song, but Nissan Altima by Doechii.
Okay.
I don't know that one.
Boa by Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Good Luck Babe. Good Luck Babe actually
that
came out
song.
this year. It was not included on her album that came out in 2023, which is the Rise and Fall of the Midwestern Princess.
Okay.
It was released as a single separately from everything.
After?
After. And so I love Chaperone, but I also love
Kelly Clarkson.
There's a cover by Senses the Band.
Oh, I
that
should
is
listen to that
really good. They do like a very like rocky emo kind of version of it, which I think is great. Kelly Clarkson is a really good version of it, and also what's the Postmodern Jukebox?
I love
does
that.
a version.
Yeah.
It is really good too. It's like a doo-wop girl group kind of thing.
I love them. Yeah.
And then my last one is Bodyguard by Beyonce off of the Cowboy Carter soundtrack.
It's a good
Because it's
song.
basically like tell me you're gay without telling me you're gay kind of list.
It's a good song.
And then like my honorable mention is I Had Some Help by Post Malone.
Okay. And I think I know one of those songs. My top 10 is the same shit that I've listened to.
What's your top 10?
Well, it's boring. It's the same stuff as last year. This will be an
Rain on
Everlasting
Me by
Love.
Lady Gaga.
No, that dropped to number 5. So This Will Be an Everlasting Love was number 1. It's Raining Man was number 2. About Damn Time, the Purple Disco Mix, was number 3. Boogie Wonderland was 4. Rain on Me was 5.
Okay, but Boogie Wonderland, which Boogie Wonderland?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, because I love the one from Happy Feet.
I love the original. And then Shake Your Groove Thing, High Love with Kygo and Whitney Houston, Stop by the Spice Girls, Physical by Dua Lipa, and then Best of Love by The Emotions.
Okay, can I tell you what I also loved this season as well? So you guys watched the
What
Married...
season?
This Christmas season.
Okay.
So you guys watched The Married Gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the great thing about that is it brought attention to the Weather Girls Bring Me a Man for Christmas. Because, like, now everybody is listening to that song and loving it. And I'm like, come on now, Martha Wash.
I just love the Weather Girls.
But I just love it because it sounds just like It's Raining Men, but just a disco Christmas version. Because, like, hi, we're your Weather Girls. And we got Christmas news
No
for
way!
you.
That's like the 21st of September. Or December. Or the 25th of December. Oh my God. What was your top moment of 2024?
Actually being at the top of the Sydney Harbor Bridge.
That photo is amazing too.
Because I didn't think I was going to be able to do it because right before we went
Quite literally the top moment.
Like literally the top. Took pictures up there and it was fantastic. But like before then, if you had seen me in the waiting area, like it looked like I was not going to do it. Like
Were you green?
I looked like I was going to throw up, and I was just like the entire time. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know, Andy. And he's like, well, just calm down. Don't tell me to calm down.
We went through all the stages of grief.
It's giving Kermit.
I was trying to get him to denial, but he wouldn't stay there. Oh, you can do this. You can do this.
But then afterwards, I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I did that. But it was very cool. Yeah. What about you?
I'm trying to think. I feel like London would definitely took the cake. Just all of the trip. And then I think London, my favorite part was the musical that we saw in the West End. And just kind of like having that experience because it was so unexpected. And it was just like, let's just see what it is. I think that would be my top moment. What about you, Nick?
I had no top moments.
He was a bottom all year.
I would love that. Still waiting, y'all.
What about you, Andy? What was your top moment of the year?
So one of my most memorable moments is the dinner we had in Sydney at the rooftop. That really amazing British ladies.
Encore by Claire Smith, in Sydney. Yeah. It was delicious.
It was a perfect meal.
Yeah, it was a perfect meal, and the dessert was her take on a Malteser. So she had all the flavors of a Malteser in a dessert, and it was just like, and I'm also living for the fact that a lot of my Christmas gifts by Andy were all Maltesers.
Malteser themed Christmas.
It's a Malteser themed Christmas. So like I have all the. So you guys haven't tried some. We'll have to try some right now.
Wait, Maltesers? Did we? What are those?
They're
malted milk balls.
Malted milk balls, but better than the Whoppers.
How did you get them?
Andy bought them online.
No, at the British store.
Oh, you went to Shakespeare. The British store had them. Oh my God. Okay.
I will say that, yeah, I agree. Like London, UK, like just that whole couple weeks. See my mom and dad travel in that way too. It was just a lot of fun. That's probably the best part.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that there were a lot of, we lived a life. Like, again, looking back at 2024, I was like, damn, like, we went through a lot, but we also experienced a lot.
Yep.
And
2025 is already going to hold a lot of
It's going to be a historic
year. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And historic year, as they say. Which I never understood.
So hopefully this year will be more precedented than unprecedented.
No, girl, that's how we stay relevant. If you think about it, we have been in unprecedented times since the inception of this podcast. And it just keeps going.
So, we've been doing, watching all the Will and Grace episodes from the beginning, and we're in the remix now, the reboot. And ironically,
you already got through the whole...
We went through the first season, and now we're in the reboot part. And it took place, that got released when Trump was starting his first presidency.
2017, right?
It's so weird to watch that now because it's the same.
It is. We are in it's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
But we are prepped and ready.
I'll drink to that.
The water is running clean. We're ready for that. So if you're gonna fuck us 2025, we're ready.
We got plenty of lube, and we're gonna make it pleasurable.
Exactly. At least be ribbed.
Find the good.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everyone. Have a great week.
Happy New Year.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.